Right.
Be a pivotal decision.
Hello, John. Let's see. Hello and welcome to a short video on how pieces move in chess. So first of all, let's actually give the names of the pieces. These are all pawns. That's a rook, that's the other rook, knight, bishop, queen, and king. So our first piece to talk about is the pawn. On the first move only, it can move 2 or 1 squares forward. For example, normally I only move 1 square forward. So let's say on the first turn I wanted to play d4. My opponent could play either d6 or d5, or move whatever they like. In terms of this opening here, I normally counteract it with d5. How do pawns capture? Pawns capture in a diagonal fashion, so you basically do that. If you're playing as white and a pawn is on the 5th rank and your opponent actually plays a pawn 2 squares forward, landing right beside your pawn, there's a rule called en passant where you can actually capture the pawn like this. En passant is basically French for in passing. So you capture the pawn as if it's passing your pawn. So that's the pawn. Oh, also, if I can open the board editor, clear board, and put the pawn. Let's actually put a example position of pawn promotion. So we go back to the analysis board. So if a pawn reaches the end of the board, you can actually change the pawn to a more powerful piece. In most cases, the best choice is to promote to a queen, since it's the most powerful piece on the board. On the other hand, you can also promote as a minor piece or a major piece. Let's actually promote to a rook. So that's what we have here. So let's go back to the analysis board again. Knights. These move in an L shape. For example, 2 squares up, 1 to the right or left. So basically L shape, L shape, L shape, L shape, L shape, L shape. And of course, you can capture other knights as well, obviously. Um, in terms of our next piece, it's the bishop. They move diagonally. Oh, I just checked my opponent's king. Okay. So for example, they can move. Do not play a move like that. That's just stupid. And it's exactly the same thing for the light squared bishop. Our next piece to talk about is the rook. They can move in straight lines. As as you can probably see, you can see all the possible moves with the dots on the what's it called board. Our next piece is the queen, which is basically a mixture of a bishop and a rook. It can move in any possible direction. Again, do not play a move like that. Let's see. Okay. Our final piece to talk about is the king. Let's talk about the king. The king can move one square in any direction. So it's basically like a really retarded version of the king, or the queen. But in chess, if your, if your king gets in trouble, you've probably lost the game. So I'm going to set up a scenario here where you can check the king. Again, this position is probably very, very, very rare. The king has to move out of the way and you've lost your queen. Okay, so our next trick is called castling, which is a special move that the king and rook can do. The main importance in chess is king safety, so you can actually do a move like this. It's called castling. It can be on either side of the board, and the concept between castling is king safety. So there are two types of castling. There's castling king side and I have to move this queen to castle queen side. And there's also castling queen side, which is quite interesting because opposite side castling can absolutely destroy any opposition, as you can see here. So when can't you castle? I'm trying to set up a position where you can't castle. Right. Okay, so as you can see here, black is trying to castle, but you can't. You can't castle into check, or if, for example, a square was being attacked by an opponent's piece, which is in the way of castling, you can't castle unless you block the threat, or you um, capture the piece which is attacking that square, and then you can castle. If you, in terms of moving your king, if you've already moved it, you can't castle whatsoever. Same applies if you've moved the rooks. For example, if you move that rook, you can't castle kingside, and vice versa over here on the queen side.